Okay, so let's go ahead and get right to creating a page. I'm going to place this right into a module. So if you notice here, I've got this HTML5 examples do not delete module. It's a test module, right, that I use to demo stuff. Well, over here on the far right of the module name is a little plus sign. And to add a page, I'm going to click the plus sign to add the page directly to the module. When this window pops up, I've got some choices. Okay, so from the drop-down window, I can see an assignment, I can see quiz, I can see file. What we want to choose is a content page. Okay, and this is important, right? Because each one of these types of objects has different ways of behaving. And so right now, we're just going to create a content page today. So click Content Page, and then I'm going to choose New Page. But notice you could insert a page that already existed if you wanted to. And in the page name, I'm going to call this Test Demo. Okay, you could call it whatever you wanted to, and you can obviously change the name later if you need to by opening the page and editing it. Okay, so I'm going to add the item, and you'll see down here at the bottom of the module, notice it when you add a new item, it always goes to the bottom of the module. I have a page called Test Demo. It is gray, right? So it is unpublished. No one can see this in the course yet. That's a nice default, right? Because we're figuring you haven't finished making your page yet, and when you're ready, you'll publish it later. So I'm going to click on Test Demo, okay, and that opens up to just kind of a blank page. Notice there's nothing on the page. It just has a title called Test Demo. And over here on the right, I have a little pencil where I can edit it. And this is where we're going to just practice today creating a page so that you can create your pages for the rest of this course and future courses. Okay, so I'm going to choose Edit. And when the page pops up, you'll notice it still has the title here. If I wanted to change the title to Welcome Letter, I could do that right here. No problem. Okay, real simple to change the title, and it'll change throughout. That's what we like about Canvas is when you change titles, it changes throughout the system, the links, etc. Okay, you'll notice that it's very easy to create and type in here. Okay, you're typing online, so you'll want to have a strong internet connection. If the internet connection goes out, you might lose your work. Okay, you can choose the text. You can select it just like you normally select text, and you can make it bold if you want to. And over here on the second row of your editor here, you actually have font sizes. So if you wanted to choose a font size, you can choose that. And notice it doesn't give you a lot of sizes, right? Once again, that's the style. So if we want to make Canvas consistent to the user, we have preset styles and sizes that you can use. Okay, welcome to my course. I could make this what's called a header 2. Okay, once again, that's a set style also. Okay, so this makes it nice and accessible to people who come to your course, and you don't have to worry about fonts, you don't have to worry about colors, things like that. I'm going to go to the next line and hit enter, and I'm going to change the font to a smaller font. Okay, and notice you do have text colors. Okay, so here you could change the color if you wanted to. You want to be careful with colors because colors, there are visually impaired students that aren't blind but might have color recognition questions and deficiencies, and so they're trying to, so if you change too many colors, you can cause problems there. So we suggest just keeping it very simple and not worrying too much about color. Use color if it's supposed to be a really bold proclamation or something like that. I could say this is your welcome letter with important course information. Okay, and I could, okay, this is going to be, maybe I'll just make this italics and unbold it because it's kind of like a, maybe a subtitle or something like that. Okay, I'm going to go to the next line, and And notice you can center stuff and align things. So if you wanted to center your title, you can center it. A lot of times it's better just to leave it aligned left. It's easier to read. But we know that sometimes you want to change things. So you can kind of play around with that. You can increase the indent. You can super and subscript. So maybe this is course 2, right? And I want it to be 2 squared. Or maybe this is my, excellent. And you could play around with words here a little bit and do a subscript. Now, really, this is used for chemistry and things like that, and math, but you get the idea. Okay, so you can play around with that a little bit if you want to. Positioning items, pretty straightforward. Oh, the bullets list and the numbering list. So if you're going to do bullets and numbering, we highly suggest you use this because once again, the screen reader will if you start typing in the 1, then the screen reader is going to read that directly back to somebody. And if you have a bulleted list, it makes it easier for them to get through it faster. It just puts in a little bit of code. It makes it easier for them. So we highly suggest you use the bulleted list, okay, or a numbered list, whichever one you want to do. So this is your welcome letter with important course information. Okay, so there'll be a link to the syllabus, right? Okay, let's make this without italics. And, course, your book, online book. Okay. So notice I'm maximizing, and I'm trying to stay away from lots of spaces also, because as weird as it sounds, the screen reader will read space, 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 space to the person, and that can get annoying too. So you're just thinking about things that you might want to put in here. Link to the syllabus, online book. How about the Spanish English dictionary. Okay, and you could link to that, etc. Okay. Okay, at this point it's looking kind of dull, so I think I'm going to put a picture in here. And because I want the picture to go over here in this white space, I'm actually going to do a little trick. I'm going to put my cursor in front of the W. Notice it's in front of the W. I'm going to insert a picture, and then I'm going to align it right, and so it appears over here. So I'll show you what I'm going to do. You can always rewind this to set it up later for yourself. Follow the instructions later. But notice my cursor is in front of the W. I'm going to click on images over here on the far right. So just to speed up time, I'm going to use some images on the far right, and I'm going to search Flickr. Okay, so Flickr is this nice little tool that is kind of a database of graphics, and I'm going to look for a welcome sign. Okay, so it looks like there's a flashy green welcome sign. Let's click on that one. Ooh, well, I don't really like it, but I'm going to use it anyway for the demo. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller and align it to the right. And let's see what that looks like. Save that. Okay, so it puts it out here to the right. Now you could resize it, etc., to kind of design your page, but you're getting closer to building a page, right? So you can go in and edit. You can create different things and set up your pages the way you'd like them to be set up. Another thing that you can use pages for are links. So you can link to specific content. Basically, to create a link, it's fairly straightforward. You would want to get the link first. So to get the link, you just go to the website, right? And then you're looking for what's called the URL, or the website address. So I'm just selecting it up here at the top. I'm going to right click and choose copy. Okay. Then I'm going back to my page, and I'm going to select the text Spanish English dictionary. Then I'm going to choose the link URL. Okay. And I'm just going to copy, Control V, and insert that nice little link. And that's what a link looks like in Canvas, right? So it's got a nice little link. It's underlined when you roll over it. If you click Save now, you've got a nice little page here. Okay. and a nice little link. And notice the link takes them out of the site, but still, you're giving them a valuable resource for your course. Well, the great thing about Canvas is you can actually link to lots of things. So that first link that I showed you was a link to an outside website, but there are many types of links. So let's just take a look at them. On the right side of your Canvas editing space, you will see, we just went there earlier, you'll see these three tabs. It's called Links. I'm going to click on it. The second one is called Files, and the third one is called Images. And we already went to Images and we searched for an image and we inserted it. But what I want you to see first is the types of links that you can link to. So the first one is pages. So if I already have pages in the system, right, and I wanted to talk about accent marks, I can click on that really quickly and notice there's a link to the page about accent marks. Let's say it wasn't a page. Let's say it was an assignment. Now I know we haven't talked too much about assignments yet, but let's say it was something that somebody had to turn in. Okay, so I just click on the link. Boom. There's an assignment called Bill Gates Interview. Okay. Maybe it's a quiz. Okay, maybe I've already created a quiz. Okay, so where are the quizzes? Here are some quizzes in here. I need to name some of them, obviously. There's the course survey. Let's put that in there. Okay, so right now I'm linking to other objects in Canvas. So I'm not just linking to other web pages now. I'm linking to assignments, quizzes. Maybe there's an important announcement. Okay. All right, so let's see what's here. Let's try and notice it takes the title and puts it in the page. So all of these became titles. And I think I told you earlier that if you change the title of the object, it's going to change throughout Canvas. That's kind of a nice little thing too. It'll change throughout Canvas. This will change as you change things over here. Discussions, you can also add discussions. Okay, we'll talk about those later. You could add a module, and you can add a course navigation item. So if you really want them to, find somebody in the class, for example, and your people link is showing, you could say, hey, go find somebody in the class. I want you guys to work on a project, and turn it in. Okay, so I'm going to click Save. And once again, now this page, like I said, it's the heart of your Canvas projects, right? Because you can tie and link to everything, right? I can link to another page. Okay, there's the other page. I'm going to go back. I can link to an assignment. Now, we didn't talk about assignments yet, but this is an assignment for someone to do. I can link to a course survey, which is like a quiz. Someone's going to come in and take this quiz, etc. So there are other types of objects you can create in Canvas, but we want to make sure you understand a page first because that's the most fundamental. Okay? Alrighty. Well, hopefully you're starting to see that this page editor is very complex. There are a lot of things you can add here, okay, when you start getting more comfortable with it. Between the editor here and on the right side, the links, files, and images, there's really a lot of stuff you can weave together. But before I go, I want to show you how to insert a video, right? Okay, because a lot of people are taking YouTube videos and they're inserting stuff. So if you know what your YouTube video is and you've researched it, you can probably find it by using a few keywords. So I'm going to click on the YouTube video editor here, and this actually goes. I'm sorry, it's not an editor, but the YouTube search engine, and it goes out and it finds the video. Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to search for a quick little video. Let's see if this one exists. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, good. So you can find it pretty quickly, and then you can just simply click Embed. So you can put the link there, or you can embed a small image. A lot of people like to have a picture of it. I'm going to choose Medium. Okay, and notice it puts like a little image in there. Okay, so once again, you want to know the key terms of the video. So you probably want to go out and search YouTube first, find some key terms, or what is it called, and then it's a lot easier to find. Like I knew what I was looking for because this is a video that I worked on and created. When you click Save now, right? Now you've got a page, right, with links and things you can, within the course you can add. You've got pictures, you've got an image, you've got a nice video with some pretty cool music. Yeah, that's good music. All right, cool. All right, so I could give you more information about pages, but I think that's a good point to get started. If you are a math teacher, there is a math equation editor here, and it is ADA compliant, and that's why we're happy about it being here. So you could go in and although the tool might be a little difficult to use, we're not sure. We'd like you to test it out. We do know that this is ADA compliant. And let's see what else is here. And you can also record yourself. So if you wanted to record yourself quickly using Canvas tools, you could do that. And if you wanted to add files and so forth, you can do that too. Okay, so remember to always check the accessibility editor. Woohoo! And I won again. No accessibility issues were found. Now, while that's not the best designed page, it is a page that gets us going for the project. Oh yes, before we save it, you can also save and publish it. So notice here at the bottom, you can always choose the blue save button to save everything, or you can save and publish it immediately. If I choose save and publish, okay, and I go back to modules, you will notice that the welcome letter is now published. You can drag it around, right? So if your pages are out of order, they're really easy to drag around just by clicking on the 8 dots. You can move stuff around as you need to. Okay. And let's see. There's one more thing on a page I wanted to show you before I go. The default right here, options, who can edit this page, the default is teachers only. However, if you wanted to create some sort of joint project for your students, you could have teachers and students or anyone edit the page and add content. I'm going to let you come up with a reason for using that. But yes, I'm sure we'll talk about it in class sometime. So thank you for visiting today. I hope this helps you with your Pages assignment and getting used to Canvas.